This is an introduction to the dynamic and static hip mobility drill. Your first exercise will be the stationary Spider-Man lunge. To perform this movement, you need to drop back into a long lunge position. You pull your hips down to the floor and touch both hands down onto the floor inside the forward leg. You're going to push the hips down, pull the shoulder blades back, arching the chest up to exacerbate the stretch in the hip. Then you'll stride back upward into a regular stance, drop back with the opposite foot. You'll repeat this for 10 reps per side. Our second exercise here is the stationary pull-back butt kick. To perform this movement, you'll stand upright, pull one foot back, keeping the knees close together, squeeze the butt, pressing the hips in, pull the foot back hard into the glute, bring the foot back down, and repeat this for 10 reps on each side. Our third exercise here is the stationary high knee pullback. To perform this movement, you will stand upright, lift the knee up in towards the chest, grab the shin with both hands, pull the knee into the chest, stretch the hip, bring the foot back down, repeat this for 10 reps per side. Our fourth movement here is the squat to stand. To perform the squat to stand, you'll stand upright into a squat position, slightly bend the knees and extend the hips back as if to perform an RDL, keeping the shoulder blades back. Once the hips are fully extended back, you'll allow that thoracic cavity to bend over a little bit further so that you can grab onto the toes. The elbows should come inside the knees, and you'll pull your hips down in toward your calves or towards your heels. Arch the chest up, open the hips and knees, and stand up out of the position. Repeat this for 10 reps. Our fifth movement here is the stationary lateral lunge. To perform this movement, you'll stand upright with your feet parallel. You'll stride directly lateral out from the opposite foot, keeping your feet flat and parallel throughout the movement. Maintain pressure on the heel of the loaded leg, allowing the opposite leg to fully straighten, maximizing the stretch into the adductors and groin. You want to make sure to keep your chest up, shoulder blades back as much as possible through the movement, and allow the hips to extend backwards. You press yourself up through the loaded leg, back up into an upright position. Repeat this for 10 reps per side. Your sixth movement here is the static quad and hip flexor stretch. To set up for this movement, you'll place the top of the forefoot on a standard bench with the same knee down onto a padded floor. You'll extend the opposite foot out, placing the heel down. Bring yourself into posterior pelvic tilt and move into the stretch. Hold this stretch for about 30 seconds and switch legs. Our seventh exercise is the dynamic elevated psoas stretch. To set up for this movement, you'll elevate the forward heel about 4 to 5 inches. Slightly angle the body into the board and drop the back knee down onto the floor. Raise the arm of the stretched hip, press the hips forward, and rotate the body into the stretch. Rotate for about 10 repetitions and switch sides. Your final movement is the static knee-to-knee internal hip rotator stretch. To set up for this position, lie flat on your back and spread your feet out into a somewhat wide position. Allow the knees to fall in and apply pressure on the outsides of your thighs. If pressure is too great and your knees aren't touching, open up your knees and readjust your feet so that you can at least apply enough pressure to bring the knees together. Hold this stretch for about 30 seconds.